Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games, this is EVE Online, I am in my pod, so that means it's another ship fitting video, and in this video we're going to finally complete our Tech 1 cruisers for level 2 mission series. The one and only cruiser we have not done so far has been the Monopropellant Rupture, so that's what we're going to do right now. And as always we'll start off by examining the ship's traits. Per skill level of Monopropellant cruiser, this ship gets 5% bonus to medium projectile turrets rate of fire, and 5% bonus to medium projectile turret damage. So rate of fire and damage, DPS and DPS. This symbol here reckons you can armor tank it or shield tank it, which is correct. Now, the problem we have with the Rupture is the stabber we've already done, and the stabber was a very fast autocannon based ship. So that may lead you to believe that the Rupture is an artillery based ship, and that's kinda true. The Tech 2 variation of the Rupture called the Moonin is most definitely an artillery based ship. The Rupture kinda sucks with artillery because it only has damage bonuses and not damage application, but I think just for the sake of variety we're going to try this thing with artillery. As always in this series, this ship will be alpha skilled. It may not be low skilled, but it will be equipment available to alpha clones. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the low slots. 5 low slots, which means we can probably have quite a lot of damage. 4 mid slots. So I'm thinking probably an armor tank, because we know your basic armor tank is 1 repairer, 1 reactive hardener, then 1 large cap battery to run them. Then that leaves us 3 low slots, probably for gyrostabilizers for damage. The high slots, you have 5 high slots. There are 4 turret slots and 1 missile slot. The 1 missile slot is a little bit annoying. Most people don't even fit that. They'll just do 4 projectile turrets and then something in the utility high slot. And as always 3 rigs with 400 calibration. As I said, the first place we're going to start off with is the armor tank, reactive armor hardener, armor repairer, medium armor repairer 2, and then up here, most valuable player, large compact cap battery. Propulsion wise, we don't need a micro warp drive because artillery is long range, so we're just going to go Tech 2 Afterburner. I think that's Omega. Okay, let's do an enduring Afterburner. Right, and then we said we'll come down here and do weapon upgrades, which will be a Gyrostabilizer. We'll put 3 Tech 2 Gyrostabilizers on it. Right, turrets wise, oh, not hybrids. Projectile turrets, artillery cannons, medium. Now see, we've run into a problem instantly. These are not even the biggest ones. The biggest ones are the 720mm. The 650s, there are only 2 types, 720 and 650. Even fitting 4 650s has put us way over power grid already. So I think we might be able to get away with a medium cap battery, a medium Tech 2 cap battery instead of a large. 7 minutes 12, that's fine. We can get a cap rig. We'll be fine, because what I want to do with the last 2 slots in the medium rack is to put 2 tracking computers on, because as we know the ship traits only give us damage. The turret tracking of artillery cannons is pretty crap anyway, so let's do that straight away. We'll come to weapon upgrades, tracking computers, we'll put 2 endurings on, and in fact I think we'll do that. And then we're going to want 2 tracking speed scripts in these. And weapons wise, there's no real point using Tech 2 ammunition on this ship. Okay, with phase plasma, which is thermal and kinetic damage dealing short range high damage ammo. Even though it's the short range high damage ammo, our DPS is only 294, which is pretty pathetic. As I said, Ruptures are not very good. Well, Ruptures are good. Medium artillery absolutely sucks. So let's try and fix that a little bit. Come to engineering rigs, 6 minutes, caps, not really enough. We'll just put a cap control rig in there. and then we're definitely going to need some projectile weapon rigs. 303 with the burst aerator, 302 with that. So I'll do a burst aerator. And is the meter status adjuster one the tracking speed one? Yeah, we'll do the meter status adjuster as well. So if we're only going to be doing 300 DPS, I want to make sure we can actually apply it. So 2 tracking computers and a tracking rig. Okay, the turret tracking is only 17.83. Without the rig it's only 16.43. Every little helps. We've barely got any power grid left, we've barely got any CPU left. We've got a little bit of CPU to play with actually. Let's have a look. We'll just go up here, filter it by remaining resources, high slot, turrets and launcher, missile launchers. See, we could get a rocket launcher or something, but it's just not worth it. It's only going to be adding like 17 DPS or something. Complete waste of time. So I think we'll just put a automated targeting system just to add some extra maximum targets. We've got enough CPU to do a tech 2. So our maximum targets goes up to 9. It's not great. Drones wise, we can actually have up to 30 megabits, which is either 3 medium or 5 light. So we're going to have 5 light drones on this thing, just to bump the DPS up a little bit. Combat drones, light scout drones, 5 hobgoblins is going to add 5, not 6. I don't think we're going to need a replacement. It's going to add another 100 DPS. 402, not great, not terrible. Targeting range is 62, which is really long. Our artillery reaches out to 34, which isn't great. But if we remove the tracking speed scripts on this, it goes up to 41. And if we want, we can put 2 optimal range scripts, and then it goes all the way out to 48. Right, this is the fit we're going to go with. It's all alpha scale stuff. I'll go and buy this, and then we'll run some missions. Alright, here we are. Here is our flying nail gun, which is what Ruptures look like. And this bit up here looks like the back end of a pirate ship. They're quite strange looking ships, but did get the job done, I suppose. Right, we've been given a mission. It's Smuggler Interception. We did this in the last video and we're going to do it again. It's against the Angel Cartel. You go in, there's lots of stuff to kill. You blow up a couple of transport ships, grab the militants and get out. 119,000 disc, 238 loyalty points. Another 98,000 disc if you do it within 1 hour and 54 minutes. So let's go! Looking through my skin library, I did have a skin for this ship, and this is the Air Career Program reward for completing the Enforcer path. As we see, Enforcer with the cool light behind it. It's quite nice, it's blue and golden, it looks quite nice on a Rupture actually. Right, this will do nicely.
Warp drive active.
And once again, because they know this fit is cap stable, we'll just turn absolutely everything on the way in. One other thing I like about the Rupture is how these doors operate. Again, it hammers home the pirate ship thing. This looks like the captain's quarters of a pirate ship, and these very much look like gun ports on a pirate ship. You see what I mean when we land. And here we are. And the gun doors open up and retract and the guns come out. Pretty cool, huh?
Warp drive active.
Being projectile weapons, the optimal range is really short, but the fall off range is really high. That means most of the time you're going to be fighting in fall off, which means you're going to be really inaccurate. So we're just going to target as many things as we can from all the way back here, approach them. I mean, the maximum speed, even with the Afterburner, is only 620 something. 620, yeah. Good, we killed something else, that's good. And I think we'll just stop here before we get too close. I don't want to let things get in under our optimal range. Artillery might be inaccurate, but when it hits, dear God, it does a lot of damage. And it sounds really cool as well. There we go. 4 shots, 4 kills. Sometimes artillery is really, really awesome. Right, let's just approach this cruiser. We are an armour tank ship. The shield is at 100%. We have taken literally no damage in this mission, because our pirate ship has destroyed everything before it got close enough to hurt us. Bam! Another one dead. And that's the end of that mission. All we have to do is to pick up the guys in here. I'm not going to bother looking through all this stuff.
Warp drive active.
Quite a few things did leave loot behind, but I can't be bothered. It's only a level 2 mission. You've seen the kind of gear we get from level 2 throughout this series. It's garbage. So we're not going to bother. Well, that was a success. We took literally no damage from anything in that mission. As you saw, we were missing quite a lot, but when we hit, we absolutely wrecked things. That's the way it goes with artillery. See, we do 1395 volley damage. Each cannon does 291 plus 58 each time they hit, which is usually enough to destroy a frigate outright.
Warp drive active.
Let's see if we can cram in another couple of quick missions. Alright, well that mission was easy. This is the next one, called Save a Man's Career. I believe this is against mercenaries again. And we've got to go and pick up 1 unit of reports. It's 1 system over. We're getting 66,000 ISK, 145 loyalty points, and another 64,000 ISK if we complete this mission in less than 1 hour and 8 minutes. I'm sure we can achieve that. Right, we're on the mission system on the way to the mission, and I had a look through my skins library and I found I had another skin for this ship. It's blue and yellow, but when you line it up, it turns into a nice circle. This was given to me for free as part of the Minmatar Liberation Games event. I didn't actually do any of the event site, I just got this as a login reward again. If it's free, why not use it? I'm not sure it looks quite as good as the previous skin we used. There we have it. Right, let's just draw a big box up here. That's drones. That's okay, we can kill drones. And because they're drones, none of them will drop any loot, so there's not much point hanging around in this mission. Speaking of drones, we do have 5 of our own, so might as well spit them out and get them to do something. Hey, you guys go and kill him. This named NPC may drop some loot, so I'm just going to approach him and turn the Afterburner on. Even though that will be harming our chance to hit everything else, I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, we're fine. And that should kill him. Yep. Aha, that'll be the reports we need. Come back, drones. Let's go and pick up the reports. We'll reload. Well, that was easy. We're an armour tank chip. Shield still at 93%. Level 2 missions are not difficult. Apart from, obviously, Mission of Mercy, which can be. And that's the reports we need. And he's dropped 1 unit of metal scraps. Right, let's hand that mission in and get another one. Damsel in distress. Well, we all know how this one goes. 144,000 disc, 318 loyalty points, 128 more if we do it in 2 hours and 32 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, we're on the way to the mission. I've turned everything on. I've gone back to the Enforcer skin because it looks much nicer than the previous one. Pretty sure we're going to land right in the middle of a big ball of bad guys, so we might want to pull range just to help the artillery's tracking out. Don't really want to have frigates orbiting me at about 8,000 metres, because we'll miss them an awful lot. So in fact, I think we'll just double click straight ahead. Just pull some extra range. We'll hit the things furthest away. By the time they're dead, the things that were closest will be further away. Well, that strategy seems to have worked. Seems to have worked rather well. And we'll just stop before we get too far away. Right, let's get rid of Krull. There he goes. And one weapon on each of these. Put the drones out. Get them to have a go at this guy. There they go. Shields dropping rather rapidly. We might actually have to make use of our armour repairer, or maybe not. Maybe we'll kill everything before we lose the shield. So 50% shield warning. 5 enemies to go. 4, 3, 1. No, still never taken any hull armour damage. And the problem we have is that I can't see the pleasure hub. Let's see if we can spot it. There it is, it's hiding here. Right. Bring the drones back. We'll approach this. And away it goes. Everything in this mission will drop at least something. I'm not sure I can be bothered to loot it at all, because we know what the loot is like in level 2 missions. It's appalling. Might have a sneaky peek inside Krull's wreck. Not that he ever drops anything good, but I might as well take a look at something. It's always absolute garbage. And garbage in there. No, not tourists. The Damsel. Right, got her. Let's go. Right, that's that mission handed in. And that brings us to the end of this video. That is how I would fit a Rupture for level 2 missions. Well, it's not. It's not how I would fit a Rupture. If I was to fit a Rupture, I would have made it very much like the Stabber, with autocannons and a micro warp drive. Well, it works alright with artillery. The DPS is not great, but the alpha volley damage is great. So you may not hit very quickly, but when you do hit, you hit like an absolute truck. As we saw, we never once, in all the missions we ran in this video, we never once actually dropped into armour damage. So it is quite a good ship, despite all my ragging on the abilities of medium artillery. So I hope you found this informative and entertaining, and I hope you come back for the next one. Until then, do take very good care of yourselves. I'll talk to you again soon.